So you're thinking about getting into PC gaming, but you don't know where to start. Watch this video because I have an insane life hack that not a lot of people talk about. Now, in the world of PC gaming, for new people especially, it's very overwhelming. There's a lot of different options, like do I get a gaming laptop? Maybe I want to portably game. Do I get a handheld like the Steam Deck or the Asus ROG or ROG Ally? Or do I just get a full-fledged desktop with the top-of-the-line card in it, top-of-the-line CPU, and just go nuts? 8K display, just everything. Well, with the rise of PC gaming handhelds, we're starting to see manufacturers like AMD make these portable mobile chips that are increasingly more powerful than ever before. And with the rise of AI technology like AMD FSR and NVIDIA DLSS, it's so easy to push lower powered systems to new heights nowadays. And that's where I come to a new revelation that not a lot of people seem to be talking about: mini PCs. Now, you might have seen these before. These are things like the Beelink line of PCs, Bosgame. These are all mini PCs in a very compact form that pack a lot of punch. And in this video, I'm gonna go over why these are actually really standout machines, and you should keep your options open if you're either looking to get into the gaming PC market or you're looking to expand your gaming setup or get a second PC for instance. I'm gonna go through my top picks in this video, and I'm gonna let you know basically which one would be best for you based on the type of gamer you are. Now, we're gonna take a look at the entry level, in my opinion. The first one we're gonna look at is the Beelink SER5 Pro Mini Gaming PC with an AMD Ryzen 7 5850U. It's got 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM, and it's got a 500 gig NVMe SSD in this. Now, you're probably saying, what did you just say? This is gonna play everything from casual esports games to even some last-gen games that were on the PS4. This is $399, and right now it's actually 20% off. The thing I find with a lot of these gaming PCs, especially the mini gaming PCs, is they go on sale quite a lot. So this video is from Retro Game Core, and essentially this is going to show you the kind of size of these things. They are incredibly small. Now, here's where we get into some PC game tests. So we got Hades, which is a pretty easy game to run. It clocks out perfectly at 60 FPS locked. Minecraft 1080p default settings, 60 FPS locked. Okay, we're gonna step it up a little bit. We got Halo Reach from the Master Chief Collection, 1080p 60 FPS. Again, no problem with those last gen titles. Now we're moving up to Street Fighter V, 1080p medium 60 FPS, no problem. Rise of the Tomb Raider, this is last gen as well, but this game was incredibly hard to run when it came out. 1080p lowest settings, it's got about 40 to 50 frames it looks like it's averaging, but then again, for what this PC is, that is incredible performance. All right, Control, 1080p low settings, 50 frames per second. This just goes to show how incredibly powerful these little PCs are. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, again, 1080p low settings, 30 frames locked. Resident Evil 3, 1080p low settings, FSR is not even on, so there's no AI help in the background, but it's getting 50 FPS, 1080p low settings. This is incredible for what this PC is. With emulation as well, it looks like we got Mario Tennis. This is on the GameCube. If you play a lot of emulation, this is going to be a fantastic option for you and such a good price point. And then impressively, it's handling Wii U and PS3 games with ease. Zelda Wind Waker HD 1080p 30 FPS locked. It is a lot harder to emulate Wii U and Switch games. It actually looks like they got Breath of the Wild running at 45 frames per second, so it's actually outperforming the Switch in this case. And the PS3 is super hard to emulate. Still, Afterburner Climax is getting 60 FPS at 720p. Okay, moving on, we got the mini gaming PC M1 from Bosgame or Bosgame, I think that's how you say it. It's got a Ryzen 7 7840HS inside of it, and it's got 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM, 1TB PCIe 4.0 SSD, so it's got fast loading speeds, comes with speakers on it, which is incredible, and Windows 11 Pro and Radeon 780M graphics. So this is a bigger step up from that entry-level machine, but in my opinion, it's still in the mid-range. But as I mentioned before, there's actually a coupon I can apply right now. So actually, this comes out to $490 after all said and done, which is, I almost recommend this over the entry-level if you have just a little bit extra to shell out. This is a video from ETA Prime, so looking again at the size of this thing, it's just incredibly small. Looking at the I/O on this thing too, it's got a DisplayPort and HDMI port port, USB-C, and it has 2 LAN ports as well, and 2 USB 3.1 ports. And that's just on the back of the console. On the front, it looks like we have a 3.5mm headphone jack, another USB-C port, 2 USB 3.1s, and a USB 2, it looks like, which so far, that's a lot of I/O options. Now we're going to look into some current gen games. We've got Helldivers 2, 900p medium with FSR upscaling now turned on, 80 FPS. This is getting an incredible amount of performance out of this small form factor. Now looking here at Horizon Forbidden West, 720p low with FSR on performance mode, 40 FPS is still very, very impressive. This is a current gen game that once again, you are getting in a form factor this small. Fortnite, no problem, over 100 frames, 1080p medium settings. Fallout 4, we're going back to last gen here, 1080p medium, but it looks like he's getting in the range of 60 to 75 FPS here. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, 1080p balanced FSR auto. This is 100 frames. 100 frames average is fantastic. And again, remember what we're playing on. And I didn't touch on this before, but the power consumption is amazing too. At idle, they only draw 10.2 watts, while gaming on average, this one looks like it draws about 70 watts, and at max, it'll go to 78 watts. Now, if you know how much wattage a normal gaming PC draws, this is so power efficient. New graphics cards nowadays are asking for hundreds of watts from power supplies. They're so power hungry. All right, and then the final one in the lineup here, this is the more higher end option. This is the GMK Tech Gaming Mini PC M7 Pro. It's got a Ryzen 9 Pro 6950H in there, so stepping it up a bit. 32 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM, 1 terabyte SSD, Windows 11 Pro. And the great thing about this actually is that if you did want to expand performance even more and you have a graphics card, then this actually supports Oculink. Now what Oculink is it lets you actually hook up external PCIe devices. So this is a thumbnail from another ETA Prime video showing kind of how Oculink works. So you could see the GPU is externally hooked up to the mini PC via this cable, and essentially what this is going to do is it's going to use that GPU to help your games run. I'm looking at some benchmarks again from ETA Prime. This is without the GPU attached, and we're going to look at just basically the rough idea of how this PC performs on its own. Again, Fallout 4 1080p low, we got 60 FPS. It's locked at this point, which is amazing. You could probably unlock it and get even more performance. All right, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart 1080p medium with FSR 3.1 balanced, 70 FPS. Now this does have AMD's frame generation on, which is AI basically generates frames to increase the performance, but this is a PS5 game running above 70 FPS. Incredible performance. All right, so moving on to a more heavy hitter, this is Cyberpunk 2077 1080p low, and we have about 45 frames, which is really impressive. This game as it is already very, very demanding to run, so the fact that it can even run on this is incredible. It looks like it's even going up close to 50, almost 60 frames in some sections. Now in this part of the video, he actually shows hooking the mini PC up to this external GPU, as I mentioned before. Now he's using a Radeon RX 7800M. This is a much, much better GPU. Now that we got the power of the GPU plugged in just like that, Starfield 1080p high, we got over 100 frames. Forza Horizon 5 1080p Ultra, 150 frames it goes up to at some points. Now back to Cyberpunk 2077 1080p Ultra. Again, we're going over 70 frames now. This is incredible performance. Just hooking up the GPU to the PC like this, you're going to get really, really impressive results. So at the end of the day, if you're looking to get into the gaming PC market, and you're looking for something a little different and you want something portable or something you can easily hide away, tuck away under your desk, I can't recommend enough looking at the mini gaming PC market. And this is just now. With AMD's new focus on their mobile chips and RDNA 4, these will only get better and better, and their use cases can be more than just gaming itself. You could just buy these and use it as media PCs. And with today's day and age, everything becoming so locked down, and it seems like more and more things are being stripped away from us that were once free. If gaming consoles take off even more, it's not long before they start employing these tactics as well. PC as a whole is the only type of market where you will forever have the freedom to expand and customize and do what you want. So really give these things a shot and make your own informed decision. But I just wanted to put this important info out there. And yeah, thanks for watching this video. Hope I didn't yap too much about this stuff. And if you like what you see, leave a comment down below. I really want to know, what do you think about these mini gaming PCs? Would you buy one yourself? Would you recommend it to a friend? What other use cases do you see with it? Give the video a like, and also let me know down below what other topics you want to see in the future. I'd love to know your opinions and your ideas. Thanks again. Take care.